So we really were trying to make these it was totally about Fleetwood Mac. It was like you guys weren't there, but you were there, in fact.
What you don't realise, Stevie, we've just spent the last 6 months trying not to be ourselves.
Really loud.
Really loud.
Okay. Write a few more songs like that and we'll make this a double album yet. So keep going, girl. Stevie Nicks, all right.
All right, Stevie.
Yes.
Really? Hi, hello. I'm looking forward to working on this.
Me too. Okay, I'm going. John, I'll see you Thursday.
Yes,
or no,
yes.
yeah, Thursday.
Well
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, yes. I'm
Hey,
going to go
tell Len hello.
early, too.
Tell her I didn't rest, but I wrote the 4 songs.
I ain't complaining.
This is a lot of fun right now for me because to be able to come back and rejoin these people and have the chemistry still be there without all the other stuff, you know, and have something new to give back to the situation from having left, it's great, you know, it's really been a lot of fun.
And this is a major thing for us, because Lindsay's not been part of Fleetwood Mac as a studio player, as part of the band for, I think, over 15 years or something.
We did an album called Tango in the Night, which was just insane. And then they wanted to go on the road, and the road is usually about 10 times the craziness of what an album is. And I just had to sort of pull back. So, you know, I spent a lot of time in my room, so to speak, in my studio, studying, just figuring some new weird shit out.
About 5 years ago, Lindsay asked me to play on some stuff he'd been working on. A year and 3 months later, we were still in the studio.
So now it came down to this point where we were getting essentially done with this solo record, and well, I said, Lindsay, you've been inactive in, you know, the records and radio sort of community for probably 6 or 7 years at that point. You'll be putting out a solo album, and we know that you'll be getting a certain kind of exposure, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a way maybe to actually make this thing be even bigger. And he was like, well, what's that? And I said, full 7-camera reunion on a soundstage and show everybody the chemistry that still exists with this band. Everybody's going to feel the magic that's going to go on that stage. And then it launched a giant tour.
When we said goodbye after the tour, we always thought that we would get in the studio and do another album.
Stevie has been into doing this for ages.
A lot of the things that were kind of left unsaid and left unresolved between she and I when we were a couple have all sort of made their own way to being comfortable. Christine is over in England somewhere, she's not involved in this.
Yeah, Christine's been a great asset to Fleetwood Mac. She deserves, like anyone else, to do what the hell she wants, you know.
If we had thought there was any chance that she would come back, we would have waited for this, to do this record.
I think it would be sad if she was here with the same mindset that she has.
There you go.
And rather wish you weren't here, babe.
Yeah.
Wish I wasn't here, and everyone else knowing that would cast a terrible pall over this.
So I called up Lindsay and said, I really need to write some new songs for this record, for my own soul. I don't want this to be all old material. So I started January 1st in Phoenix, and I wrote like a maniac.
John Mick and myself have been here for about 6 months working on her songs. And the songs of mine really are pretty much complete and have been complete for a while because they were going to be a solo album. And at the very end of this, probably when Stevie's stuff is in the can, we'll open up my songs and we'll get her singing on those, and that will complete the entire picture of what this material will be. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe we were together in another life. Maybe we are together in a parallel universe. Maybe our paths are not supposed to collide. Maybe your arms are not supposed to go around me.
The potential for this project is so amazing. You know, it's a time when the business itself is sort of dictated by some sort of vague, faceless Wall Street mentality, and I just, you know, it gets harder and harder to be the kind of spontaneous force that you like to be, you know, and the periphery of people that tend to sort of get involved and sometimes too involved, you know, in the creative process. I just think if we can see through all of that and navigate that whole thing and trust each other and believe that we, you know, in many ways are probably better at our craft than we've ever been, then I think we're going to blow out of people's minds with this project. That's what I think.
Amen.
Well said.
And the band played on.
Yeah.
Time to take this black sky. When I see you again, as I always do, it occurs to me that destiny rules, that the feelings are ruthless with a bad straight choose. It's not being together, just following the rules. No one's
Everything's going really good, and this week is certainly an important week. That we have some business-orientated stuff that's, in truth, very important. With settling where our record company and who they're going to be and stuff like that. Not a band needs a record company at some point, I think, although sometimes I wonder.
We were going to sign to Interscope as of maybe a month ago. And then at the 11th hour, Warner's, which was the label that we had been signed to, came in with a, I shouldn't say necessarily a better offer, but a larger advance offer. Very soon, a couple of people from that company are going to come here and listen to what we have. You know, we'll wait and see how it goes. I wouldn't want to guess where we'll end up.
I don't know. I think that with those kind of people, I don't know that you can play them 5 hours of music before they start to sink into the couch.
The range of material that I have to offer certainly represents where this album could be seen in terms of style, if it's going to be a conservative album, if we're going to play it safe, if we're going to go out there and really redefine ourselves in the most credible way possible. I don't think it makes a lot of sense just to try to limit what he's hearing.
Well, I would have only said that you might want to limit it only because this is the first time we've ever met.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, if he's coming over here wanting to hear music, and that's the basic premise, then we should play him music. That's his job.
Don't bother me. I'm in the middle of meeting with artists, you pain in the ass.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you?
Man with the ponytail?
Yes, man with the ponytail. Tom is running late.
Oh, is Tom coming?
I didn't know he was
That's great.
I know, you didn't tell me he was coming.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know he was either.
fantastic.
So.
Oh, but it's great.
But he wanted us to start, and then he'll show up. I think
Oh, okay.
he's running.
What are we doing today? Are you guys listening to stuff, or are we talking?
Well, everybody,
or-
yes,
What?
all of those things. We'd like you to get comfortable with the new Warner Brothers. I know the Toms come here, and I know that Tom really
Tom and
liked-
I got along great.
Yeah, Tom really liked what he heard, so,
Yeah.
which is why I think we're still here.
Well, why don't we just play the 4 demos?
All right. Which is this?
Yeah, I was not had a bad thing. That's great.
Commercial?
How's that?
Hopefully,
That puts a
commercial.
smile on your face.
I prayed to the commercial God.
We
I
did,
prayed
and the
to
gods
commercial God.
delivered. So how do you figure out what?
What makes it on the album?
Yeah. Because that's not going to be easy.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's great, really good.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Well, thank you,
Great,
thank you.
thanks.
Thank you, thank you.
out. Good.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Good. Thank you for coming.
Go
young
take a little
Tom,
rest.
and,
You should refresh now.
Oh, yeah, well, no, because I worked on his demos for
Pleasure.
a whole nother
Thank you for
month,
giving us
so-
so much.
Something in you brought out something in me that I've never been since. That part of me that was only for you, that kind of romance comes all at once. That kind of love, that kind of fever dance that you love because you become someone else in an instant.
Say you will, give me one more chance at least. Give me time to change your mind. That always seems to heal the wounds if I can get you to dance. La la la. La la la. The idea of this double CD has been floating around for quite a while and has been kind of sidestepped, but it's really at a point where we have to look at it squarely and figure out what we're doing. The managers, or at least 2 out of the 3 managers, are not for it, but I've kind of been put in the position of trying to, you know, maintain a sort of high level of aspiration for this thing. You know, it's self-serving too for me, but I mean, I just feel that that's an element that's going to show, you know, what we have to offer now that maybe can't be shown on just 12 songs, you know, because at first they're going to go for what they think is going to be radio or commercial songs, and then what's left is going to be marginalized.
Purely from a manager's point of view, I don't think it's the right idea. I want the band to sell as many records as possible and be as prosperous as possible, and in order to do that, I think it's best that it's a single record.
Yes, the other managers have a problem with the double album, but is the problem about the money or is it about the music?
Mick initially was an ally with that idea. In fact, I would not have involved myself in this project at all, at least with this group of songs, had I not thought Mick was going to be an ally in this. He did a 180, so that was something which he doesn't perceive as having been hurtful or even profound. And I think, you know, he sees it more like, well, you know, it's just 'cause I forgot to call you. So I cannot say I have an ally in the band right now, no.
We've been there and done that thing, and I understand what it is artistically.
We've been down.
We've made a double album. I'm just fearful of, in my mind, what failure is. And failure, it's all of the above. It means, you know, you can put it in money terms, but the failure of the project, in terms of that, for me, would be an awful thing.
It would be. Look at filmmakers, you know, who's a good example? So many of them. What's the guy's name? Todd, is it Solens? He's got storytelling out now. He's probably in an apartment in West Pacoima or something. You know, he's never gonna get rich off of what he's doing, but you know, he's doing exactly what he wants to do, and he's proud of it, and he's contributing to the culture of cinema in a way that, you know, Ridley Scott is not. You know, and that's where it's at.
For the listeners of listeners, there's no doubt that this body of work is absolutely sustainable, because it is, and I understand that, and I believe it, and I know it's true.
Listeners?
I'm just worried about that suffering to the extent where it never has the legs to get out there.
There was a point before I decided to do this where I would probably have been willing to put out what that was, and if the right 300,000 people heard it, that would have been all that was important. The right ears heard it. It wasn't 3 million, it was 300,000. But I hate to see this thing get chopped up into something that it's not meant to be, you know, so, at least from my perspective.
Okay.
I mean, if it really came down to it, and I was feeling like,
go together,
and I was feeling like all that they were going to do was pull, you know, all we were going to do was pull, you know, generally speaking, the safest things out, and marginalize everything else. I'd be better off just, you know, taking the material that was going to be my solo album and keeping 3/4 of it for a solo album, you know. You know, and use a few of these things and put, you know, give to this project in terms of quantity or type of contribution what everyone seems to want to do, and you know, maybe I will if we do that. You know, I mean, I own the masters.
His sitting there and saying, I don't feel threatened by if it sells, you know, 500,000 copies, that he's going to feel okay about that. I don't believe that he actually will. I think he'll be devastated. When he sits there and says blah, 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 if you get into that thing, which is appealing for certainly me to totally get into it and start quoting a filmmaker who's living in a two-bedroom room. Yeah, that's pretty challenging. It's like, Lindsay, would you like to do that? And the answer is no. And the only reason you can say is that he's never going to be in a two-bedroom house.
I've had this property for about 20 years, and it was like a single-story post and beam house. And oh, there we go. And so, since we've had a couple of kids, we thought we would build a bigger house here. This is going to be the studio, where hopefully maybe Fleetwood Mac will cut its next album.
We think all these people that are our age are going to just come out of the wall and say, you know, oh, I'm just going to start buying music again. And in fact, they're not laying around on the floor smoking dope thinking about what their next record they're going to buy is. They're trying to deal with delinquent children. They're trying to figure out how to pay the rent next month, or how to pay for their house, or how to put their kids through college. They are not, the first thing on their mind is not, oh my God, I have to get Billboard and see what the #1 record is. So we have to sell records to between, 10 and 27 years old. That's kind of who buys records now. So they're not going to buy a double record. They're not going to get how deep it is and how serious and how multi-layered it is, because it's music now. The music business is so fragmented, and the very quick cuts on MTV, and it's like everything is just so you don't even think. They're not going to buy 22 songs on a record from people that are in their 50s. It's just not going to happen. So personally, even if I really, really believed in a double record, would say it's not good for my band. Everybody is nervous to say anything because nobody wants to rock the boat, and nobody wants to hurt Lindsay's feelings, and we love Lindsay and we want him to have everything he wants and all his dreams to come true. But this is not about art.
And I come back to Tom and I say, well, look, just again on a hypothetical, if somehow the band had become unified and said that this was what they wanted to do, would that be a deal breaker for this whole thing? And he said no.
And if it doesn't work out with them, are you still thinking about going to Interscope?
If what doesn't work out? Oh, you mean if the double CD thing?
Uh-huh.
No.
People have families. You guys, I don't, but you guys do. You all have children, brand new families, and houses that you're building.
That's why we're looking at the numbers to see what it really means. I told them, look, I'll eat, hundreds of thousands, I'll eat a lot of money to be able to put out something like what I want to put out, at least have it included in this group of two. Of course it's just my opinion, but I am producing this, and I am engineering it, and I am here 6 days a week from about 10 till 7 at night, and I've got a lot invested in this. And I also, if you haven't noticed, I am so thrilled to, I don't even want to, it just made me cry. Just all of us doing this, seeing John the way he is, seeing you and me in moments the way we are able to be now, and all the sort of making up for some of the mistakes that we made before, and making things right in a different way. And if you don't think that means a lot to me, you're wrong. But it's all hangs together. Yes, it's just my idea. It's my selfish idea. It's not selfish. It's my ambitious idea.
back in the studio. Love to be there. All those 150 replays of the same track. An hours.
Wow. Does it go really fast?
55.
He fell for her again. She watched it happen. Thrown down like a barricade. Maybe now he could prove.
And then, see, I came in on the, so you sing on this line, and the
That
dance
he
line.
could be good for her.
It's a higher part, right?
Yeah, it's the high part.
They should be together.
And then I took it out for the last one. So it would be the two middle lines. And the little thrown down, we can do those together, or I can do those by myself. And then I put a high falsetto harmony on the second thrown down. I mean, the answering part, the answer part.
All right.
Well, actually, this song, it was written on the last Fleetwood Mac tour, on the dance tour. And it was really, in its own kind of strange way, written about my relationship with Lindsay and how the barricades of time have always gotten in our way. And, you know, at some point in your life, you start to write on these things philosophically. And so Lindsay and I are like, you know, amazed that we can actually write stuff that is about each other and was about each other and means something to us now.
And it's odd sitting here singing all this stuff about myself, you know. It's, you sort of learn to disassociate and to sort of be professional about it. But, you know, it's pretty amazing, you know, all this time later that there would still be those subjects being dealt with in a really deep manner. That he could be good for her, that they should be together.
You say you're sorry, now you should walk away.